This is Hazro from typecanvas.com, the web standards evangelist of Singapore. Okay, now I've learned about Ruby on Rails quite recently, a couple of weeks ago, and participated in this Code at Streams competition held, or rather organized by the IDA, the Info County Audit Authority of Singapore. I didn't win anything though. I gave up. I gave up right at the very last minute because I couldn't get my app working. But after that experience, I got back home, read a few tutorials, and finally, I got the hang of Ruby on Rails and came out with this application, the Singapore Great Places Located 1.0. Okay, that's a dumb name, but I hope some of you guys can give me a good, much better name than this. All right. So what does this app does? This app, well, basically, when I'm a mobile person, so and I'm also a religious person, all right, and often the time I can't seem to find the nearest praying place, whether it's a mosque or Musolla, because I'm not very familiar with the surroundings, all right. So I would need to ask around or call a friend or something like that. So I created this application to solve that problem. Now, how do you use this app? Well, basically, all you need to do is to type a location. Let's type K9. All right, and click on locate. Or you can press enter, doesn't matter. Okay. All right, and there you go. K9 appears. All right. Click on the marker and the info window appears. All right, the item which you called for, the city name and the state name. Okay, so just for information, this is completely run by Google. It's running on Google Maps. All right, the backend, of course, the server side is Ruby on Rails, and I'm hooking on to the Google Maps API, and I'm updating the whole thing, the whole application, the map, the this location menu system, as well as the messages later on that we will see, completely by IX. All right. So now what we're going to do, okay, basically you're just defining or sending this application a location which you want to search for the nearest mosque, right? So the nearest mosque in Geylang, between 0.5 to 1 kilometers. That's like 1 kilometers. Click on find, and voila. All right. Wat Tanjung Mosque is the nearest mosque. Now below you will find that, okay, the location results area would print out list of all mosques, almost less within 1 kilometers of Geylang. Now it also prints out the distance from that position. Now take note, this is the linear distance. All right, it doesn't take into account the roads that you have to enter, so on and so forth. The mountains and so on and so forth. All right, it only takes into account linear distance. All right, so now let's take a look at what Tanjung Mas. When you find a location, the cool thing about this, when you switch to hybrid view, okay, which is basically combination of map and satellite, okay, and go over to the zoom area, click and drag it, you find yourself zoom into the Wat Tanjung Mas area. Now where's Wat Tanjung? Alright, that's Wat Tanjung for you. Okay, Wat Tanjung Mas is somewhere around there. Okay, so when you zoom it in, you'll find a satellite position. Now this satellite position has an accuracy of between plus minus 100 meters. All right, because of satellite imagery, and then you combining it with maps. It's not going to be that accurate. It's going to be an error of about plus minus 100. Okay, a better range would be this. Let's take a look at Bedok. All right, and Mosque is less than 1 kilometers. Okay, there's Al Ansar Mosque. Okay, click on that and you zoom in. Voila, you can see pinpoint right answer. So it is rather accurate, plus minus 100, you know. Most of the time you get something like this, or like what you saw earlier, you know, just a bit off. Okay. Now, you don't need to just type a generic location. It can be pretty accurate. Let's say you are at this block. Okay, you are somewhere in Hougang, block 245, Hougang Street 22. Now you don't need to type capitalize, and you can type everything in lowercase. Alright, doesn't matter, the system understands you. Okay, click on locate or press enter. Okay, block 245, Hougang Street 22. Zoom that in. Pretty close, pretty close. Yeah. Okay, so now you're gonna try to find mosque in Musolla within 1 kilometers. Okay, so there are two, Anai mosque and Ayuso mosque. Oh, I have to drag it back out again. Okay, then you find the other two markers there. Alright, and zoom that in. Okay, it's right there. This is where Anai mosque. This is not right here exactly, but you get a picture. It's pretty close by. Okay. Alright, so you know, once you're happy, you can clear the results like that. Alright, now what happens if you can't what happens if there are no mosques within that area? Well, let's take a look at this is a nice example. Canberra Road, okay, somewhere here in Sembawang. Alright, now mosque within a kilometer. Okay, what the system does is that it displays your message. There are no prayer places within the desired area. Okay, now what happens if you type in some gibberish? Alright, so wow, look at that. Nice human message. Sorry, we can't seem to find this location. This map has been optimized for Singapore only. Try a Singapore street address or building name. Okay, so let's understand this is for Singapore only. Alright, so don't try to look for Malaysia. Say for example Kuala Lumpur. Alright, you can't find the location. Okay, now if you are on the main Google Maps, of course when you type Kuala Lumpur, immediately point you to Kuala Lumpur, but for this map I have specifically pointed it to Singapore. Alright, so just be sure this for Singapore only. Tourists that come over in Singapore and you're Muslim and find a mosque, is a great app for you. If you are mobile, you travel a lot around Singapore and need to pray, this is a great app for you. Now where can you find it? Well, we haven't found a place to host it yet. Our servers are all running Windows and iOS, so on and so forth. This app basically works best on Linux or Macintosh, but of course we can host on iOS, but we prefer to run Linux on it. There are not a lot of hosting companies as well that support Ruby on Rails, so to find it online live, well, you need to have some patience. This is Ramadan after all, so please bear with me. Have some patience, and hopefully inshallah by Shawwal, you know, by the time of Eid, you know, we'll have this up and running, and then you'll be able to make use of this app. Alright, so until then, please give me your feedback. Email me at abanghazrul@tapcanvas.com or abanghazrul@gmail.com or hazrul@rika.com. Alright, so then Assalamualaikum and happy fasting.